Good morning, everyone. Thank you all for having us. First, I just want to say that God is good. I am not the man I am today without Him, first off. Secondly, I want to thank iHeart, Fox, all media that are present. Thank you guys for just supporting our student athletes at Lee Scott. It means a lot to them, so thank you for what you do. I want to thank my family, especially my wife, Lauren, who supported me through this. My kids, Blaze and Maddox, have been fantastic. I want to also thank our administration and our board for trusting me with this opportunity. I want to thank Coach Daniel for the mentor he's been to me, especially through this transition. He has been fantastic, so I'm incredibly grateful to him. I am not the most qualified coach in any of our coaches' meetings, so I'm only as good as the staff I have around me, so I want to just mention those guys. Our offensive coordinator is Coach Rick Wade. He's been with us the past 6 seasons, heading into his 7th. Our defensive coordinator was our safeties coach last year, Coach Eric Speakman, who is very well known in the community here. Our defensive line coach is Coach Dwayne Drakeford, who's also been with us for the whole time we've been at Lee Scott. We have a new offensive line coach, C.R. Wallace, who's new to us this year. And we also have a new defensive backs coach, Caleb Coleman, who will be joining us as we head into camp. I want to also thank Coach Jared Cook and William Johnson for running our middle school program, and Coach Robert Ezel for running our lower school football program. We aren't where we are as a program and covering the ground that we've covered as a program without those that coach our players that come up before us. I want to introduce our guys. I'll go right to left. I've got all seniors with me today. Number 11, Barrett Cook. He'll be our tight end, sniffer, and defensive end. Brooks Zachary, who will be running back and linebacker for us. Number 3, Big Preston Hughley. He'll be playing receiver, and he'll be one of our safeties. And then Braxton Cox, number 4, he'll be running the ball, and he'll also be having multiple spots on the defensive side of the football. So, all that being said, again, we are not who we are without the support group around us. That includes our administration, our booster club, and our board of trustees. So, that being said, welcome to any questions that you guys might have.
Before I hand it over, about you just jumping in from one position to be a head coach, how's that transition for you?
It's very different. It's been good. I'm incredibly grateful that I've got Coach Speakman to jump right in on the defensive side of the ball. So, I took a step back. I told him that I'm his linebackers coach. I'm going to let him have free reign over the defense, and just he's going to call it on Fridays. So it's been a transition for me. That's kind of been my baby, really implementing a defense and a defensive standard that Coach Daniels let me have over these past few years. I think we've established a strong defense that's began in AISA with those 2 championship teams, and as we've transitioned into public school. So that's been good. But also being the youngest guy in the office, that's unique too, and you don't necessarily have those soft skills when you're in your 30s. So I'm learning on the fly. All at the same time.
Coach, there's obviously no warm-up on this schedule week 0, and playing against Glenwood, the big rival. I know that game's always surrounded with excitement.
For sure.
But to kick off the season with that, you just talk about that matchup.
Yeah, so when they realigned us, for those who don't know, us and Glenwood were in the same region the past 2 seasons. And then with the private school league, they sent them south, they sent us north. So we both knew that for the next 2 seasons, I'll be honest, that we wanted that gate, but we wanted that type of environment too. But when you set a schedule, there's only a few spots to put those non-region games. So, these guys have, they're all multiple sport athletes. We've gone against Glenwood more than any other opponent in the time I've been at Lee Scott. We would always play them twice, in the postseason in AISA, and then we got them when we crossed over into public. So our guys know how big that game is, not just being the first game with all of the new transition that comes with that, but in fact, it's being our rival. So we've absolutely been paying attention to our first opponent.
To kind of piggyback off of that, a lot of bigger schools you'll have to face, especially in region competition, a lot of travel. Just kind of speak to some of those challenges and opportunities involved with having to travel so far to play some of these teams in much bigger schools.
Yeah, absolutely. The first thing I told our guys right when we got together as a team is I'm sorry to them for the amount of apologies they've been having here. I'm sorry that you have to play these teams. We're not looking at it that way. All right, we have an opportunity to represent our school and our program in some of the biggest programs with some of the biggest followings in the state, and we're not going to shy away from that opportunity. We are completely aware of travel. That's just travel. Our guys can travel. It's not a big deal. We can ride. We'll be okay. There'll be some getting used to it, but we're not the only team in the state that's having to do it. So yes, it can be an excuse, and we can do what's necessary and continue to push past that. At the end of the day, they've got 11, we got 11, and I'll go to fight for our guys every second of that time.
Good morning, Coach. Just talk to us about the opportunity to be able to not only learn from Coach Daniel as you're working under him as a previous head coach, but also having Coach Speakman there, a previous head coach as well, being able to learn from both of them.
Yeah, absolutely. First thing I'll always say is nobody has been fired by Coach Daniel more than I have on a Friday night. But he was an incredible mentor, especially being on the defensive side, me being on the defensive side and him on the offensive side. He would definitely try to poke holes in everything that we would do. So schematically, he was always keeping me on my toes and asking me how we would adjust to different things. From a pragmatic standpoint, he's done an incredible job being a good resource for me to reach out to, talk about how to just run a program in addition, which is not always something you're used to when you've just been a coordinator. To speak to Coach Speakman, we had him with us last year. He was coaching our secondary last year, so he's already been around our guys, but having his knowledge and his skill set, and remember that he was a teacher first also. It's incredible that the majority of our coaches were teachers first, so they understand the importance of teaching effectively and understanding how to communicate to student athletes. And he's been an incredible wealth of knowledge on the defensive side of the ball. And I think he's done a really good job communicating to our guys, especially installing his stuff this summer and communicating it well so that they can understand it.
Who are you looking at quarterback this year and over that is? What have you seen from them?
Yeah, so Logan Wilson has come in this year. He's been taking a lot of the reps. Griffin Gaston's still getting reps back there as well. I know both of them think they could also do it. I had to get on to them the other day at practice because they were trying to play quarterbacks. But Logan Wilson came to us. He's a junior transfer. He came in. His dad's on staff at Auburn University. So he came in and he's jumped right in even during baseball season. He actually was getting with Coach Wade during our break period for 18 minutes a day, just learning the offense. So he hit the ground running. He's been an incredible leader vocally, but also by his actions. He's done a great job and done everything we've needed to have a quarterback to fill in that capacity.
Coach, let's get these guys, get your player, introduce them one by one and get them up here and we'll get
All
them
right,
talking.
we'll go, here. All right, we'll go number 3, Preston Hughley.
Hey, my name is Preston Hughley. I'm class of 2027. I play receiver and safety.
Tell us a little bit about playing the new transition from Coach Daniel to.
Well, I mean, I say Coach Oz is definitely the man for the job. He's just showed us how much we need to be leaders by our actions and vocally. So, yeah.
You've enjoyed the change so far?
Yes, sir.
All right, we'll get Braxton up there. Introduce yourself.
Hey, my name is Bryson Cox. I'm a class of 2027 and I play running back and nose guard.
All right, Braxton, what are you thinking about this year? Ask you the same question about playing for Coach Oz in these short few months since you've missed Coach Daniel.
Coach Oz has been on us. He's been pushing us to our limits, going 100% all the time, no matter what. Nothing's standing in our way, and I think that this year's going to be a really great season.
You running back this year?
Yes, sir.
Any defense?
Nose guard.
Okay, all right. Deucey over here. Not like that, but you two.
My name is Brooks Zachary, class of 27, running back, linebacker.
All right, Brooks, you play hard everything you do. I'll give you credit for that. Every time I watch you play hard. Tell me about playing for Coach Oz and different. You've got some of the same, mostly the same coaches, it seems like, kind of moved around a little bit. So give me your thoughts.
Yeah, with Coach Oz this year, can't be as funny as we used to be. He's tightened up on us a little bit, but he's always pushing us and honestly getting us better than what we were getting last year. Get more reps, and it's been better.
A little different when you're the head coach and you're a position coach.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. All right, come on up here, coach.
My name's Barry Cook. I play tight end and defensive line.
Lean on down a little bit, Barry. We couldn't quite get you there. Barry Cook's his name. Barry, tell us about playing what you see. Same question I've asked all the other three. The
Oz has always been like the energetic guy at practice. He's just kind of like just builds us up and gets us going a little bit when things are down. He's just always the one to be talking, and it's been great.
Glad to hear him mention that about the schedule. Y'all not worried about where you go, who you play, are you?
No, sir.
Yeah, it's 11-11. I like that, Coach. I like the way you did that. All right, anybody else, guys? Lee Scott Academy, thank you very much.